fantastic. It's kind of difficult not to get excited to see all these videos. I mean, if you need to get motivated and if you need to get excited, just grab these videos and watch all of them, one after the other one, one after the other one, one after the other one. And I promise you, you're going to be so excited. Well, my name is Luis Ventura, and today is my turn to teach. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for having this opportunity to get to be able to do this training. So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Luis, and I'm a diamond ambassador for Ibüümerang, and I'm so happy and grateful to be able to come and to be with you today. First of all, I want to thank Mr. Holton Buggs, who started doing these trainings, and then Mr. Edward Haynes, he did the first training. It was fantastic, and then we had all the training that came after. But also, I want to thank Mr. T. Gray, Mr. Mark. I mean, this you have to, if you are connected, I want you to. I know you are, but some people connect later on the video on the Facebook Live. But I want you to type in the chat 7777 for Mr. T. Gray and Mr. Mark. They are here every single day. They don't miss any presentation. They don't miss any training. They are here with us all the time. So I want you to, for appreciation to them and to all the elite diamonds and all the diamonds that are pouring all the knowledge or the information that they know that works, they put it into us every single day. So thank you guys for all the wonderful work that you do every day. And today we're going to be training on a topic that I really, really like. I want you to take a piece of paper, write, get a piece of paper, get a pencil, and make sure you write a lot, because I'm going to give you information that not only going to help you go faster in your business, but to get to diamond probably sooner. I have a disclaimer here that I need to read it to you. Even though Ibüümerang cannot and will not make any guarantees about your ability to get any result or earn money with our program, information, tools, or strategy, it all depends how committed you are. It all depends how much work you put into it. It all depends what you do with the business. Remember, we all have the same business. We all have the same product. We all have the same system. We all have the same pay plan. But the difference between all that we have the same, it's you, it's me. If I don't do anything, I'm not gonna make anything. But if I work and I follow the system that we have, I can guarantee you that you're gonna have results. But I have to do the disclaimer, because I don't want you to think later on that you can say, oh, Luis told me, or the diamonds told me, or the corporate told me that I was gonna be successful without doing anything. It's not gonna happen. So make sure you understand that. So the topic that I have today is how to launch your business, and this is very important. I want you to write down as much as you can, because it's always better to have bad notes than to have a great memory. You're gonna forget after we speak. I mean, after you get information, you tend to forget everything. So this part, I like it. And the reason I like it is because you have the opportunity to start every single month in this kind of business. In any other opportunity, in any other industry, you only have one shot to do it right. Only one shot to do it right. But fortunately for us, in the network marketing business, every month or every day, we have the chance to start from scratch, to start from zero. And Mr. Holton Buggs always says, amateurs start their business, but professionals, they launch their businesses. So make sure you become a professional in anything that you do, especially in building this business. This business will give us so much reward, so much new things that you have never experienced. So make sure everything that you do, not just in this business, but in everything that you do, become a professional, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to succeed in anything that you do in life. For example, if you're going to launch, if you're going to create, or you're going to open up a restaurant, you need to prepare for that. You need to have the location for that place. You need to know what kind of food you're going to be serving. And you need to know how much money, how much capital you're going to need to open up a restaurant. Same thing happened here, but the good thing that the main resource that we need over here is people, and that is free. They are only one call away from you. So make sure you become a professional. Make sure you write everything that all the trainers are teaching, because it's just amazing. Every time I see one of the trainees training, I get so excited. I'm just about to write a book, like Mr. Edward Haynes said, all the notes. I got 2 of these already filled up with notes. It's just amazing. Even though I heard some of this training, even though I have done some of these trainings, I always learn something from the people or from the person who's training. So it doesn't matter who's training. I can guarantee you one word, one movement, something that the training say is going to change your life or can change your business forever. So one of the first steps into launching your business is identifying your why. I remember a couple of weeks ago, Mr. Edward Haynes did a fantastic training on identifying your why. And you have to have at least 3 goals, at least 3 goals. You need to have a financial goal, you need to have a personal goal, and you need to have a family goal. So get together with your family, especially now that everyone is at home. You don't have the excuse to say to me that everyone is working, nobody's here, everyone is doing their own things. You have no choice. I mean, you know, we not only have to be happy and grateful for all the things that happen. I really believe that what is happening in the world right now is for a reason. And great things will happen because of this. Great things will happen because of this. One of the very first things that I think is going to happen is we're going to come together. We're going to get together better than before. So get together with your family, write your goals. And one of the things that you have to do is you need to know what is it that you wanted to accomplish. What is it that you want? This is very important. I remember in one of the trainings that we had with Mr. Buggs once, we had a diamond training, and he gave us an assignment. And the assignment was write 100 things that you want to accomplish before you die. Write 100 things, and I'm going to give you the same assignment. Right after this training finished, I want you to do that assignment. And I remember I got stuck when I was in like probably 50 or 75 things that I wanted to accomplish. And I'm going to tell you why I got stuck, and I don't want you to get stuck the way I got stuck when he gave us that assignment. It's because I was thinking about the things that I could afford. And if you think about the things that you could afford right now, you're not going to get not even to 10 things that you wanted to accomplish. So when he told us, write 100 things that you wanted to accomplish, he did not tell us that we needed money or depending on how much money you have to accomplish those things. He didn't say that. He only said, write 100 things that you wanted to accomplish before you die. But most people think how much money they have and how much the things they want can cost. That's why they don't write a big list. You have to learn how to dream. In this business, we have to become dream builders. And not only we have to become dream builders, but we need to help other people to dream build as well. If you want a house, go to the new developments. Obviously, right now we cannot go anywhere, but this is going to change. This will change. So if you want a house, go to the new developments. Look at the houses. Don't look for the house you can afford. Don't look for the house that you can pay. Don't worry about how much the house costs. Just visualize. Dream about the house that you want to have. How many rooms, how many bathrooms, how many cars do you want to have in that house? Does it have a pool? Is it 2, 3 towers, floors. Don't think about how much it's gonna cost. Just write it down. And you also have to know why you want it. Because one of the problems that we have in this industry at the beginning is that we always think and we always base our dreams based on the amount of money that we make. That's a huge mistake. Make sure that at the beginning, make sure that today you don't focus on how much money you're making, or that your dream is based on how much money you have, or how much how much you can afford for your dreams. Don't worry about that. Other thing that we need to do is, where do you want to go? And this is very important. On the first step, this is very important. Where is it that you wanted to go? Where is your dream vacation? As a matter of fact, I want you to write in the chat the place you would like to go. And also, I want you to get your phone and text your sponsor or text your coach the place you wanted to go. Every time, I didn't know that Mr. Holton did this also. Every time somebody texts me where they want to go, I put it next to the name. I remember the other day, every time somebody calls me from that I have personal sponsor, that they have given me the location where they wanted to travel, I put it on my phone next to their name. So every time they call, I know where this person wants to go. That makes a commitment between you and your sponsor, between you and your coach or your mentor, because we know that when you call, we know exactly where you wanted to go. That's why it's so important that you identify your why. Very important. And the other thing that you have to make sure you do, how much debt you wanted to eliminate. The other day, Mr. Buggs was giving us an idea on how to do that. Let's say you have 4 different debts. Put it by category. Put the little one and so and so. And then we start eliminating the little one. And little by little, you're going to get rid of all of them. This is very important. Make sure you text your sponsor the location or the place that you wanted to go. Imagine you have all the money that you can have. Imagine you have all the money you need. Imagine you have all the time that you need. Imagine you are very healthy and you can go anywhere. Where is the place that you really wanted to go? This is called dream building. I remember in the other company, when Mr. Holton Buggs was making 1 million, I think he was making 1,300,000, a little bit more than 1 million per month. I remember I asked him, if you were going to start from scratch again and build this business again, what would you change? He said, I would think bigger and faster. And this is exactly what we have to learn. We need to learn how to think, and we need to think faster. And we need to learn how to dream. This is very important. You have to become a dream builder. And you also have to help your people to do the same. And remember, this is very important. A dream is only a wish until it has a date. Make sure you have the flight calendar. Make sure you have the flight calendar and put a date when you wanted to accomplish what is it that you wanted to accomplish. When you don't put a date, it's only a wish. But when you put a date, you are focused and you have purpose. The reason we put a date on the things we wanted to accomplish is because, first of all, it gives you commit to that date. Second, you are focused because you know that if a day goes by that you don't do anything to get you closer to this date and the day you wanted to accomplish, the things you wanted to accomplish, you need to move. So make sure you put a date. And I remember, I mean, it was yesterday. on the morning inspiration call with Janet Wimbrick. I got to tell you guys, all the morning inspirational calls are being fantastic. Are being fantastic. All are recorded on Facebook. Just go and take a look at it. I remember Janet Wimbrick was talking about friends or foe. Anything that is not your friend is going to pull you away from the things you wanted to accomplish. Any real friend will push you forward to get the things you wanted to accomplish. And it was amazing, all the examples he gave in that call. That's why it's so important that we are connected every single call. Because I told you, one word, one movement, something that the speaker is saying or doing is going to get to our attention. So make sure you put a date. Put a date. Step number 2, make a list. And I know that you were probably going to say, but everyone tells me to make a list. Yes, you need to have a list. Because if you go by the names you have in your phone and you don't put it on paper, you're going to miss names. You will miss some very important names. And the only thing we're asking you is to make a list of 100 people, 50 opportunity seekers and 50 traveler saving seekers. What happened is, again, having a list, it gives you focus and it gives you purpose to start it. So when we talk about the opportunity seekers, think and think. Who do you know that escaped out of their job? Right now, there is a lot of people that are losing their job. Right now, there is a lot of people out there that they are praying. They are praying. They are praying for an opportunity. You and I have one of the greatest opportunities in the world, that when this thing is over, people will be running towards the beach. People will be running to the dream vacation. People will be running to everywhere. And here we are with one of the greatest opportunities, but sometimes the opportunity is so big. It's like when you see a picture and the picture is huge. It's like when you go to Europe, when you go to Rome and you see those huge pictures, from far away, you see great. But when you get so close, you are so close to the picture that you cannot define what the picture is. That's how this opportunity is right now. It's so huge that sometimes, because we are so close, we don't see it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. This is an opportunity that we have, and we have to maximize it. Think about it. Today, and probably for the next couple of weeks, we're going to have not thousands, but millions of people in their homes praying for an opportunity. And here you are with the problem of putting names on a piece of paper. Don't judge anybody. Just put everyone on the list. And again, Mr. Edward Haynes did a great job on how to build the list. Big E did a great job on how to invite people. Daniel Camero did a great job doing the baseball square, so you can move the person from one place to another one. So think about it. Who's not making enough money right now? I think most people are not making any money right now because they cannot work. They cannot go to work. So it has never been a perfect time to build a list and to call people because they are home. Think about How many, think about somebody who had a new baby. And right now, everyone is looking for something. And we have the opportunity to help all those people. Not now, right now, not now, right now, because we had the opportunity. When it comes to travel saving seekers, who do you know would like to travel better for less for the rest of their life? Everyone that you ask, if they had to go someplace and they could save 35% on their next travel, they will tell you, yes, I would love it. So who do you know would love to stay at 3 and 5 star hotel resort for 2 or 3 star prices? Everyone. There's nobody that will say no, that they don't want to save. Let me tell you something. One of the greatest things about Ibüümerang is the fact that it doesn't matter when you do a presentation. It doesn't really matter what happens. If the person says no, it's great, because you make that you make that a customer. If the person says yes, great, you make that an ambassador. So in any other opportunity that I have done in the past, I had the ability to do what I do with Ibüümerang, because it doesn't matter if the person says yes, fantastic, it's going to become an ambassador. If it says no, it's going to become one of my customers. So you should be happy. Write down in the chat. It doesn't matter what happened every time I do the presentation. Write down. It doesn't matter what happened when I do a presentation, because every time I do a presentation, I'm going to win. This is win-win situation. This is not only win-win. This is win-win-win. Because if the person gets in as an ambassador, wins. If the person gets in as a customer, wins. And it doesn't matter whether they get in as an ambassador or as a customer, you win. Win, win, win. It's like say, boom, boom, zoom, zoom. We have everything. We are so lucky. I can tell you for a fact that after seeing different companies, work with different people in the industry, I can guarantee you for a fact that nobody has the best system that we have, the best educational system that we have. Nobody has it, but we do have it. But it doesn't matter if we have it if you don't implement it. It doesn't matter if we have it if you don't connect. So make sure you follow the system. Step number 3, become a jet setter. This is so important. Jet setter means that you're gonna have, in a period of 10 days, you're gonna activate 10 Ibüümerang customers, and you're gonna send 10 I Decide presentation within 10 days. I can guarantee you for a fact that if a new person comes in and gets 10 new Ibüümerang customers and send 10 new I Decide within 10 days, that person is probably doing more than somebody who's been in the business for the last 6 months. Because a lot of people don't do this step right away. It doesn't matter what country you are. The system is the same. Make sure you become jet setter. Once you get or you activate 10 Ibüümerang customers and you send 10 I Decide presentation, now you are in the jet stream. From here on, you're gonna see the results. Step number 4, schedule 4 good parties. Schedule 4 boom parties. This is my favorite part. Let me tell you why this is my favorite part. The reason this is my favorite part, because I remember in the early days when Mr. Holton Buggs was explaining the philosophy behind scheduling 4 boom parties. And remember, everything that we do it on purpose. Everything that we do it for a reason. If we tell you to schedule 4 boom parties or 4 good parties, it's for a reason. Eventually, you're gonna have enough people that you're gonna schedule 4 parties with 4 different people, and you're gonna run with those people. And we're gonna get into that in a little while. But let me tell you why this part is the most, probably not the most important. Everything is important, but the most exciting for me. Here is where I can get to see the people. See Carla Marin there with a group of people. I want to tell you a little story about when I was building the other company. I went to Los Angeles, and I started working with a friend of mine, and I went 4 levels deep within the first couple of days. And I found a lady in my 4th level. No, 3rd level. I found a lady in my 3rd level. And I was doing a meeting, and there were about 10 people in the room. And right before I finished up the meeting, I raised my hand and I asked, how many people would like to have another meeting just like this one, but in your own home? 5 people raised their hand. 5 people. So I scheduled 5 meetings for the next 5 days. And for the next 5 days, I did the same thing. I asked the same question. I asked them, who would like to have another meeting just like this one, but in your own place? People always raise their hand. You know what? For 90 days, I did that 90 days. I went from house to house to house to house to house to house. And in 90 days, we broke a diamond. That's how I went from diamond to blue diamond. From house to house. I went to a house, I scheduled a meeting for another house. I got to the house, I scheduled a meeting for another house. And the people that I was working, I used to bring them to the meeting. Eventually, people will start duplicating what you do. What you have to do if you want to have fast result, is to process a lot of people in a short period of time. And sometimes you wonder why somebody comes into the business and they go from 0 to sapphire in 30 days, or they go from 0 to ruby in 30 days, or they go from 0 to diamond in 90 days. And you wonder, how come they go diamond so fast? Well, they had a lot of people in the process, all those people in a short period of time, and they are grouped to the same. That's what happens. There are no surprises. If you have a large list and you process that list in a short period of time, you're going to have the same results, but you have to do it. So remember that good parties stand for get out of debt. And when you do this and you start helping people get out of debt, they not only are appreciative with you for giving the opportunity, but for giving them freedom. And you have to practice. You have to practice freedom as well. That's why dream building is so important. I remember the other day, Mr. Holton Buggs was saying, freedom must be practiced before you experience. Write it down. Freedom must be practiced before you experience it. And right now we have the opportunity to free a lot of people, because there's a lot of people out there that they're hurt, and we had that opportunity. So on the first step, you're going to schedule 4 good parties. And what you're going to do there, you can use the I Decide presentation if you don't know how to present, or you can invite your sponsor to do the first couple of presentations for you. But eventually, if you want to create a great organization or large organization, you have to start doing your own good parties. But this is my favorite part, because here is where you're going to be identifying who is the next person who's going to be working with you, and who's the next person who's going to be doing the next good party with you. Step number 5, make a commitment for 18 months. Now, the question you have to ask yourself is the following: are you serious enough about your goals to give yourself 18 months? I want you to ask you this question: are you serious enough about your goals to give it 18 months? I can guarantee you, with everything that we're putting together in this company, all the trainings that we're having, and everything that is coming up, there will be a lot of people that they will free themselves in less than 18 months. But you got to put the work. You got to put the work. The other thing we do, step number 5, is to register for the next event. We all know by now that the next event is going to be in Vegas. And one of the things that you have to understand is that this type of business is built from event to event to event. I want to give you a little story. When we were in the other company with Mr. Holton Buggs, Mr. Edward Haynes, I was a Blue Diamond. I was a Blue Diamond. And we had an event in Las Vegas. And at that event, we took a little over 1,000 people from my organization. Remember, Blue Diamonds move $500,000 in value. So we took a little bit more than 1,000 people to that event in Vegas. 3 months later, we were moving over $1 million in sales per month because we took 1,000 people to that event. 6 months later, after the event took place, we were over $2 million in volume sales per month. You have to realize the impact that an event can have on people. I remember when we launched Ibüümerang, I called 50 people. Right after I spoke to Mr. Holton Buggs about Ibüümerang and the things that he was going to do, when we did have the name of the company, I didn't know the name of the company. I didn't know how he was going to pay. I did not know that much about the ICO platform. I made a list. I called 50 people. And I told them, hey, I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be working with Mr. Holton Buggs again. And I'm so excited. And we're going to have an event in Houston, Texas. I just need to know if you're going to be available to come to Houston for 3 days. We're going to launch something great, but I need to know if you can make it to Houston, Texas. Out of the 50 people I called, 35 show up in Houston, Texas. March 11, 2019. 34 people got into the business. 34 people got in with the first class pack. And while we were in Houston, they made phone calls. They also registered other people. I did not train them. I did not give them the presentation. I did not explain the compensation plan. I didn't do anything. I just took them to the event. The event trained them at the same time on everything. So the most people you can bring to an event, the faster you're going to get to where you want to go. You want to go diamond fast? make sure you bring a lot of people to the next event. And now we have a bonus that we didn't have before. This is the first time I see that a person can come into an event for $49.95. First time ever. We used to pay $300 for ticket before. $300. Now, $49.95. The only thing you have to do is, when you talk to people, when you present the opportunity, you have to let them know, hey, by the way, when you register, pay attention, because you're going to have one chance and only once. The system will give you an opportunity. The system will allow you to register for the next bigger event for $49.95. But remember, you only going to have one chance. Make sure you register. And I always tell them, listen, it's better that you lose $50 in case you don't go to the event than to pay $299. It's better that you lose $50 than you pay $299, because that's what's going to cost you later on if you decide to go. So events are so important. The most people you can take to the events, the better it is. The most people you can take to the event, the better it is. And remember, you build this business from event to event, from event to event. But the most important thing is that every time we do an event, it's better than the one before. It's better than the one before. It's better than the one before. Remember, but Vegas was fantastic, but Accelerate was even better. Vegas is going to be crazy. So make sure you register, and make sure you register every person that comes into the business. The next topic is going to be how to work the calendar. I'm not going to do that today. Somebody else will do it. But in closing, I want to thank Mr. Holton Buggs from the bottom of my heart, and Earlene, T. Gray, Mark, Mr. Hames, the Elite Diamonds, the Diamonds, all the Emeralds, and everyone. And I wish you guys are safe. Just make sure you follow the instructions that they're giving us. And remember, this also should pass. Gotta be alert. Stay focused. Stay connected. Get on all the trainings, and make sure you write it down, put it into practice. The best thing that is happening to us right now is that 4 o'clock we have the training, 6 o'clock we have a meeting. We have a presentation. Right after the training, put it in practice. An hour later, you can put it into practice. Man, this is fantastic. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you already sent your sponsor the place you wanted to go. Make sure you text it if you haven't texted it yet, and make sure you put it into practice everything you hear in this training. Thank you so much. Luis Ventura saying goodbyes all the way from Miami. Thank you.